Hey there, my name is Daniela Devine. I buy businesses from boomers and I'm also a commercial broker. I believe in building wealth while you sleep because this whole idea of passive income with real estate or passive income with anything really is just a farce. Nothing is passive and everything has to be run like a business. Yes, including your sleepy residential investments too. I'm pretty hardcore about the intersection of commercial real estate and business ownership, and I'm going to tell you why. It really doesn't matter if you're more into residential, short-term, long-term, mid-term rentals, or if you're more into commercial, industrial flex, self-storage, car washes, triple net leases, single tenant investments. It doesn't matter. It's the same concept. You purchase something, you own it, you have somebody else inhabit it, either a small business or something of the like, or even you as an owner-operator for your business. You pay that down, you increase the equity, you take tax advantages, and you either roll that into something bigger and better, or you sit on it and you hold. However, there's no such thing as a passive investment. There's no set it and forget it thing. Not even your freaking stock 401k should be set it and forget it. That is totally irresponsible. Sorry, hashtag gonna say it, don't care. So look, real estate is one of those things that demands extra income. Stuff goes wrong all the time. Roof, HVAC, plumbing, siding, having issues backfilling a tenant, have to carry the mortgage for however long, concrete issues, parking lot issues, conditional use permit issues, zoning issues. I could go on and on and on. They're incredible investments, but they demand active income, meaning you can't just go buy a portfolio of commercial real estate and sit on it and not have any active income to fix shit when stuff goes wrong. And I'm gonna tell you why. Stuff is gonna go wrong, and you will deplete your reserves. You will be financially uncomfortable, and you could even work yourself into a deficit if you don't have an active income vehicle next to your more passive income vehicle. I believe in the intersection of commercial real estate and buying and owning businesses because a business is something that produces tons of active income. And when you're making a lot of money in business, you need to depreciate that income so you don't pay it all the taxes. You can do that by putting it right into commercial real estate. Whether you are upgrading your HVAC system, fixing your roof, fixing your siding, whether you're holding the mortgage because it's taking you a longer time to backfill a tenant in your commercial flex industrial space or whatever have you, whatever it is, one works for the other. You may be thinking, I don't have time to buy a business, but you do. I don't have time to operate a business, but you don't have to. Isn't that passive? It's definitely not. Your job is going to be to find a boring business that you can purchase with an SBA loan, low down payment, or even have a partner come in and give them some equity and they cover the down payment. Instead of you cash flowing $200 to $300 at best on a residential home, you'll be cash flowing $5,000 up. My flooring business just had a net operating income of 6 figures. Maybe you're thinking, what is she to do with all that money? Well, I reinvested into the business, marketing, people, systems, so that I can scale. So I can turn the 6 figures into 7 figures monthly NOI. But you know where I really can divert that money? I can buy bolt-on flooring businesses with their real estate. My businesses are creating mortgage paydown and building equity for me. It's a pretty sweet deal. But look, let's get a little bit more granular. This is my framework. My framework is that I go direct to seller, meaning every single business I walk into that I pay $1 of my money to is a potential business I can buy. I talk directly to sellers. Potential sellers. They don't even know they're sellers yet. I talk directly to business owners and I can talk their language because I am them. I have owned businesses for a long time and I understand their struggles, their frustrations, and why they might even want out in the first place. I understand the difference between a business in a box and a business that needs work. Meaning, are you buying a home that's a full gut, lipstick, or a flip? Or are you buying a home that you could move right into? It's set it and forget it. Same thing with businesses. Same thing applies with businesses. Are you buying sort of a shit show that you gotta fix? Are you buying something that you only have to do a few things to? Are you buying something that you can walk into and just pop in and operate and look over the operations on because it already has middle management, executive management in place? I start with buying businesses because what I really want is excess active income that I then have a purpose to drive into commercial asset acquisitions and investments. I tried it the other way around, and what ended up happening was I purchased an asset that needed a ton of money, and I lost a ton of money, and I had problems backfilling it. So I was hemorrhaging money from both sides, from the fact that I couldn't get tenants in it, and from the fact that it was costing me unanticipated funds. I also did not have an active business at that time anymore. So I wasn't sitting on a pot of active income that needed a home. So look, I'm gonna talk a lot about how to buy a business. You don't need to be a genius. You don't need a college degree. You don't need to be sitting on a bag of cash. It is accessible and possible for every single one of you out there. Then I'm gonna talk about how to scale that business, how to refine operations, how to increase your margin, how to hold your margin, how to find your ideal client, how to scale that business. Then I'm gonna talk about the bonus of that very black and white process, which is discretionary income. I want you earning discretionary income. It could be from your W-2. Hey, look, if you're making 7 figures and you have a ton of discretionary income, fantastic. That's your active income vehicle. The point is, we want to create discretionary, extra income to then siphon into long-term assets. Here's a perfect example for you. There's a couple different kinds of businesses you can buy. One of the first businesses I bought was a car wash. I bought the land and I bought the business. So I bought the business in one LLC, I bought the land in another so that they could be legally separated. I did this for many reasons. I'll hop into it on another video. But the goal was for the business of the car wash to pay down the mortgage and create equity on the land itself. Now, I could do whatever I want with the land. The car wash burns to the ground. I could ground lease the freaking hard corner on the main street in a small town in Arizona to multiple different kinds of tenants. I could do a build-to-suit. I could do some development. I could do some multifamily. The point is I have versatility and flexibility. Now, is a car wash gonna make me rich? No. Are 5 car washes gonna make me rich? I'm gonna get there for sure. 5 car washes are gonna create more discretionary income for me to go buy more car washes with. I bought a commercial flooring business. That commercial flooring business does not come with the real estate. I lease the real estate and the facility. However, that commercial flooring business has the opportunity to be a $100 million business. Even at the few $1 million gross revenue we do a year, we have incredible amount of discretionary income. We can use that discretionary income to bolt on another flooring business that does come with the real estate. We can use that discretionary income to purchase a warehouse facility in a different location, allowing us to scale and grow our operations in a totally different part of California. My wheels are turning. Are your wheels turning? Stick with me. Stick with me. You are capable of doing this. I didn't get a freaking business degree from Harvard. I don't have an MBA. I'm just a normal chick. I'm a normal Northern California girl that would really rather prefer to be surfing. But I figured out how to do this because I have 3 young children, 6 years old and under, and I was sick and tired of submitting PTO for shitty middle managers that really did not care about me, my family, or my future. I took the bull by the horns and I decided, even if I was dealt a raw hand, even if I was in a situation I did not prefer, that I had the power to change that. Me and me alone. Not my husband, my mother, my brother, my sister, my rich uncle who I don't have, or whoever else. I don't come from money. I'm a blue collar gal. So look, we're gonna talk a lot about the intersection of buying businesses and commercial real estate and how accessible it is to you. Put your questions in the chat. One of my favorite things to do is answer people's questions. I do this really well and in a really timely manner on TikTok, but let's have some fun myth busting. I wanna break down your mindset, because I know that you're inches away from doing something like this. You just might not know how, which is honestly where I was just a year ago. Hit the follow, hit the share, hit the like, and for heaven's sakes, hit the subscribe, because we got a long road ahead of us and a whole lot of fun stuff to talk about.